Good, happy Saturday morning, January 22nd, 2022. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Saturday morning, so let's get started right now. I hope you all enjoy this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast. First up, missing Manchester girl. Among dozens of reports made to Office of Child Advocate. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Are you looking for a rewarding career with purpose? Join our dynamic team that's dedicated to making a difference. Bring your talent to Riverbend Community Mental Health. Specialized behavioral health by providers who truly care.
When Harmony Montgomery was reported missing in December, the 7-year-old was one of 13 missing child critical incident reports that were filed with the New Hampshire Office of the Child Advocate that month.
Critical incident reports involve critical incidents, one of which may be a missing child. There's other categories of critical incidents.
In fact, News 9 has obtained information from the OCA that shows there were 88 reports filed just that year. Moira O'Neill, the state's child advocate, says of those 88 reports, some are duplicates of children who were reported missing multiple times.
And most often, running from situations that they can't tolerate, kids who might be abused or kids who might be in a residential program that they don't feel fits for them, children who may be afraid of something. And there are some children, really who are trafficked. That's a growing problem in this state.
O'Neill estimates that the average age range of the children involved in the reports is 14 to 17 years old.
And it appears that there's been a critical incident that causes a whole reaction in the Division for Children, Youth, and Families, where they start to look at what happened, and this generates a report that describes what happened. What does the department know about this child? Is there any relationship with the child?
O'Neill says besides Harmony Montgomery, every child that was reported missing in 2021 has been found. And now the Office of the Child Advocate down in Massachusetts and O'Neill's office are both doing individual internal investigations. But she says the two offices are also working together to figure out what happened to Harmony.
To look at what's happened on both sides, and this will play out over time. Obviously, these aren't, until we know what happened, we're not really sure what we're investigating. But we are meeting with them to discuss processes.
Reporting in Concord, Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire doctors say booster shots appear to protect against hospitalization. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
That's him? Yeah, that's him, Captain. Caught him in a loading dock complaining about his job.
Examining Omicron variant cases in December and January, the CDC determined a booster shot was 90% effective at preventing hospitalization.
I think it's great data, particularly that we are seeing a more transmissible disease and have seen breakthrough infections both in those who were previously infected.
In local hospitals, doctors say they're seeing the same thing in their own COVID units. The majority of the hospitalized patients are unvaccinated, but among the hospitalized patients who are vaccinated, they say few, if any, had received the booster.
Those who are vaccinated but not the booster would still have higher numbers of getting the infection.
Doctors say these findings are likely to lead the CDC to redefine what it means to be fully vaccinated.
I wouldn't be surprised if the CDC goes in that direction. We've already seen that they moved away from simply saying fully vaccinated and unvaccinated. We're now seeing up to date versus not up to date with recommended vaccinations.
Meantime, the virus is still spreading and overall hospitalizations remain high but are down from a week ago.
I wouldn't say that we've reached our peak because I think that would be premature.
Dr. Mercado at Dartmouth-Hitchcock says for New Hampshire, if the Omicron variant follows the same pattern it has around the globe, the state still potentially has a few more weeks left in this surge. Adam Sexton, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire Senior Center Crochet Group makes hats for communities in need. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
As one of the region's largest family-owned energy providers, Eastern Propane and Oil knows
Barbara Wagner has a passion for crochet.
Another one, I just started doing different pastels for babies.
A passion she uses to help others. Barbara is part of a group of women at Ray Free Senior Center in Raymond who craft hats for people in need.
We get together once a week and, chit-chat, talk about everything, look at everybody's hats and see what everybody made and turned in for the week.
The group's met for about a decade, making more than 1,900 hats in 2021 alone. These hats heading to cancer survivors, these Afghans going to babies in NIC units, other projects to Liberty House in Manchester, Crossroads in Portsmouth, Rockingham Community Action.
It does feel good that you're doing it, and it helps you. When you're retired, a lot of times there's not a lot of things that you can do.
But the pandemic's brought hardship. The group makes money for yarn at craft fairs. Many of these events now shut down.
Yarn's going up in price just like everything else. And to be able to have enough yarn to keep everything going.
People have donated yarn, keeping the group working, helping them to help others.
Do some good.
But for the women, the true gift might come in the act of crocheting itself.
A lot of our women have a lot of disabilities, so this is something they can do. So they feel good being able to do that.
Grace Feinerman, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire restaurants struggle with rising costs and supply chain problems. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
To be a part of the team at Caesar Chimney Service, the only prerequisite is be just a little bit crazy. We can train you to do everything.
It definitely costs more right now to do business. We're just paying a lot more for products.
At the Bake Shop on Kelly Street in Manchester, the oil to cook its famous donuts rising from $17 to $55 a gallon. And the owner says random things her supplier can't get.
I mentioned cream cheese, and all he did was start laughing.
The same with the famous lamb shanks at Cafe Nostimo in Portsmouth.
We've tried many avenues, and it's just unavailable right now, and no answers as to when they're coming.
As for the whole tomatoes used in their sauces,
some of them are packed in cans from California, and it's family owned. And they said there is no tin to pack the tomatoes in.
And it's all hitting home.
When you're putting chicken on a plate, which is 2.5 times the price, and it's a fried product, for instance, and you're just frying it in a frylater with the oil 2.5 times the price, and then we put it into a container to go, which is 2 times the price. The bottom line is really just is shrinking.
They used to call it creeping in the business where prices creep up, and now they're jumping.
Jay McSherry's advice for chefs at his 10 restaurants?
We need to raise prices or we'll be out of business.
Now, the owner of Cafe Nostimo says when costs double, theoretically, prices should double. But he says that wouldn't be cost effective because then you wouldn't have customers. We're live in Portsmouth. Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. FBI Brian Laundrie claimed responsibility for Gabby Petito's death. Before taking his own life, Brian Laundrie wrote in a notebook he was responsible for Gabby Petito's death, according to the FBI. A review of the notebook revealed written statements by Mr. Laundrie claiming responsibility for Petito's death, the FBI said in a statement released Friday. New Hampshire snowmobilers urged to stay off designated trails. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Everyone has mental health. Is yours keeping you from the life you want? Riverbend is here for you, providing mental health services for all needs and all ages. Specialized treatment delivered with compassion. Visit us at riverbendcmhc.org.
Granite State has a reputation for some of the best snowmobiling in the Northeast, and safety officials want to keep it that way with the help of everyone who sets out on these trails. It'll be a cold but busy weekend on New Hampshire's almost 7,000 miles of snowmobile trails.
A lot of the clubs are out there grooming, so a lot of the trails that I've seen, look fantastic. And I think that's going to, draw a lot of people in, and this is the time to be doing it.
Fish and Game is urging every operator to be smart and don't go off of the marked trails.
It's really keeping those landowners happy, keeping those trails open.
Snowmobile season is short in the Granite State, and some sellers are experiencing something they never have before.
No, we have 0 sleds in our inventory right now. 0.
But that is a supply chain issue. With 3 stores in New Hampshire, Nault's Power Sports ordered 400 snowmobiles to sell this winter. Kurt Grenier says he might only sell 52.
These sleds, it's components that are holding these machines back from being completed.
Grenier says some people pre-ordered machines over the summer. They still haven't gotten them.
It's not like anything we've ever encountered. It's a whole different ballgame.
It'll be a tough year for companies like Nault's, but Grenier is hopeful that supply will rebound next season.
It's not always going to be like this. We're going to have to tough it out. The manufacturers are absolutely doing everything they can to try to meet the demand, but they're coming up short if they don't have what they need coming in.
If you are able to get out on a snowmobile this season, Fish and Game says to educate yourself, especially first-time users who account for most of the accidents. In Manchester, Mike Cronin, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that is a look at your news for today. Now, let's take a look at your weather. Weather right now is sunny, -2. Brr! It feels like -13 out there. Chilly out there today. Expect dry conditions for the next 6 hours. With a full weather forecast, let's go to meteorologist Kevin Skarupa. Kevin Skarupa says sunny but chilly Saturday. Let's take a listen to that weather video from meteorologist Kevin Skarupa.
Hey, pick up the pace. I don't want to be here all day.
I don't want to be doing this all day either.
Very cold start to our weekend with temperatures in the teens and 20s below zero in the northern and western half of the state. Nice recovery into the afternoon. This will be with a good deal of sunshine and a light wind through the afternoon. A little bit milder tomorrow with temperatures up near the average. There could be a passing snow shower in our next system. A widespread light snow is a possibility by the time we get to Tuesday. You can see the ocean effect snow showers continue to angle from northeast to southwest and in around Boston this morning. This likely continues to stay offshore, although we're not going to be able to rule out a passing flurry right along the shoreline into the afternoon. Otherwise, it is all about the colder temperatures and the clearer skies we have in place. An increase in high clouds tonight and quite a few more clouds around, maybe a passing snow shower tomorrow. Nice recovery after the very cold start to the day. We're in the teens to lower range of the 20s into the afternoon with a very light breeze out of the southwest. Once we get beyond the bitter cold we have first thing this morning, it's going to be a nice winter day out there with sunshine and light winds before a few clouds clouds creep in tonight. That will likely keep temperatures up overnight tonight. So instead of dropping to the levels that we have been seeing play out early this morning, we're talking single digits above and below zero to lower range of the teens. Quite a few more clouds around. There could be a passing snow shower at any point on your Sunday. Temperatures in the afternoon in the 20s to up to near 30 degrees. Back to partial sunshine Monday. Weak Alberta Clipper type system will roll through on Tuesday. It should be some areas of light snow. We're not expecting it to be all day. And if anything, it may arrive even before the morning commute on Tuesday with a light coating to maybe an inch or a little bit more. But again, we aren't expecting a huge hit of snow. Out of that, just some slippery spots during the morning commute on Tuesday. Beyond that, we're back to partial sunshine Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and temperatures again, that main theme of being below the average for this time of year continues. Chilly afternoon for us out there after a very cold start, and again, not as cold out there tonight with temperatures in the single digits and teens. 22 to 32 tomorrow from north to south with quite a few more clouds around, maybe a couple of snow showers and the better chance of light snow Tuesday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather video from meteorologist Kevin Scrippa. Thank you for that, Kevin. And that is it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.